Hi, this is Jim Wortham. How are you doing today? It's April the 17th, 2025. This is what happens when you get older. You forget what year it is. Sometimes you forget what month, and sometimes you forget other things. So what are we going to talk about? Everything's going to come from my view of being 76 years old and still able to drive and walk and carry 40 pound packs of salt for the water softener. Also be able to lift a pack of 24 waters to drink from Kroger's. So I'm still hanging in there, and I look and I think, oh my gosh, there's so many people that aren't doing that anymore. Let me first say this is a chat. We're just talking. I'm just sharing. I'm not really doing anything that is imparting knowledgeable information to you that you need to know, like how to get well or what vitamins to take. We'll talk about vitamins and those type of things later. What we're talking about right now is what you're going to do with your years left. Okay, what are you going to do with your years left? Are you going to play golf? I hadn't thought about that. I've never played a round of golf. If you're fortunate and have the friends to play golf, go ahead, do it, enjoy it. If not, if that's not your deal, maybe you can start a business. Maybe you have the energy to start a business you've always wanted, and if you're lucky enough, you won't have to do it alone. You'll have a friend or two, or a neighbor, or a young person that you can pay to do the hard work, and you're just the thinker. You create the business, and they do it. Okay, a lot of people at old age that start new businesses. I'm not one of them. I've had businesses I've started, everything from a publishing company to a mental health and drug addiction agency or facility that treated people with those concerns. And at the present, I still see just one person homebound that has major depression and something called bipolar disorder. That's up and down. One day very happy, next day very depressed. And so that's my deal. And I wrote poetry books since 1969 and lived off of the books I wrote. Heck, some of them's probably still on Amazon as being sold as used books, and there's 4 that's being sold as new books that were recently made about 5 years ago. Poetry books. Love poetry. So I share that to let you know that I'm still involved in doing things. it's hard for me to write like I used to. I used to just flow. It came through my mind, and I'd write it down, make it a poem, and even made a record once. I don't tell many people this, but made a record, 45 RPM record in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we played. It got played in Kentucky, at mostly at the types of radio programs that did, what would you say, more classical stuff. And it was me reading the poetry over an orchestra, and I let it flop. I didn't really take it from radio shop to radio shop, radio station to radio station is what I meant. So anyhow, I gave that up, never made a second record. Kept making books until 1987, where I wrote my last book. It was a hardback. It was Be Gentle with Your Goodbye. How about that for a title? Be gentle with your goodbye. For you all who's been divorced, you can relate to that, can't you? So what am I doing now? Okay, I do write. I do write notes down that could be poems, but after the last 4 books I wrote, what you're going to find is they didn't sell well because there's too many books being published, and I got lost in the crowd. But if you want to read some free poems, you can go to my Facebook, which is Jim Wortham. You can go to WordPress, which is jimwortham.wordpress.com, I believe. And when you go there, you have access to about 200 unpublished poems. It's Jim Wortham, my name, dot WordPress.com. So there's the archives. They got the archives, and you can go back months or years. And they're not spoken poems, they're written poems. And if you like them, you can give a thumbs up or write a comment, or anything you want. I don't always check on them very often, just to respond, but I do respond. And I did that originally, and I still do, to make myself write. Discipline to write. And I used to upload them, some of them, the better ones. I used to upload them to Facebook, but very few people tapped on the link. I would have like the first 5 lines and the title, and I would say, if you want to read the rest of the poetry, just hit the link, and just hit the below, and it'll take you to my WordPress site. So that's still a possibility, but I don't do that too much anymore, because I found out people appear to be not wanting to take the time to even touch the title that I give them, where it will take them down to the 200 the 200 poems. Now, I could consider myself one of the worst poets in America right now. I say that because I don't think there's any good poets out there. I really don't. They're sharing feelings. I think I was doing more than that. I think we're all bad. I think I was sharing feelings of relationships mostly. Living alone. Feeling like life may be coming to a quick end. So, let's move on to another subject. I know you didn't tune in just to hear about my writing. I want to talk about what you're interested in relationships. You getting along with the people that you either live with or married, or are you like most people and have arguments all the time and wonder how long you're going to stay together, or if you should stay together? Okay, that's a number one thing. And then if you've been alone for a while, you're wondering, is it better to be lonely and just enjoy TV, movies, Netflix, all those type of things, or should you go out to the single bars, and meet people there? And let me tell you, as a person my age, you can meet people at the singles bars. And I'm not saying singles bars. I should call it just bars. But let me correct that. I'm not talking about just bars. I'm talking about restaurants that have bars as well as food. And there's other videos on here that tell how I found it easy at my age to meet people that were that walked in, single women that would walk in, and I would invite them to join me if they wanted to, and that we would go from there as far as our relationship. So I'm going to probably call this a complete video, because people these days want things that are short. Now I could go on forever. As you can tell, I'm freelance. I'm no notes, just talking. And if you like this, you can hit subscribe, because I am not pushing for 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000. I'm just wanting to make you feel good if you're watching. Maybe give you a hint or two if I can, and I'll be back on. But this is me. This is me, and if you want to be alerted to when I'm on next time, which I hope is maybe tomorrow or the next day, hit the top subscribe. You'll have 3 choices. The top one will allow you to know when I post it. So for now, let's say goodbye and thank you for visiting. And let me tell you something that blows me over, and it is The comments I get are beautiful. The comments have been wonderful. Now, I have friends that tell me they get bad responses, and I sit back and I think, why? Well, what are you doing? Don't you welcome people? Don't you offer them something? So, if you like this, you can hit like also. If you want to subscribe, hey, not only will you be a subscriber, but even if you don't subscribe, you can see all the videos I have and never subscribe. And I will keep putting out videos, even though no one. I think I almost have 500 subscribers now, which 500 subscribers means a lot to me, because that means some people are getting something they want or need or like, and that's important to me, because I'm not shooting for the moon here. I'm not shooting for the moon. I just want to share things that will help you. Take care now. God bless you. May God prosper you and keep you healthy.